Welcome to another tip from dentalphotographymadeeasy.com, your one-stop source for dental photography training and information. Well, welcome to another industry interview from Dental Photography Made Easy. I happen to have a great guest here today. His name's Ryan Johnson. He's with Novus Dental Supplies here in great, wonderful, sunny Denver. And he's here to talk about something that if you're doing dental photography, you're going to want to have. So welcome, Ryan. I appreciate you coming on today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, well, full disclosure to our audience, you did reach out to me and ask if I would try one of your intraoral mirrors, which is what your company produces, and I got one in the mail, and I was really impressed with it, and reached back out to you and asked you if you wouldn't mind sharing information about your company, your products, and what you do with our audience. So that's kind of why we're here today. So, I got to start off by saying that there was one thing that jumped out at me when I opened the package that you sent, and that was the build quality of this thing. I mean, these mirrors are pretty darn substantial, much more so than other mirrors that I've used. And so I was hoping you could share a little bit about that with us too, about the company as well.
Most mirrors on the market, not all, but most mirrors are made of rhodium, which is what your typical mirror in your bathroom is. It's glass. Unless you're careful, they tend to be a little bit breakable and scratchable. So that was one of the things that led us to design this mirror. So one of the qualities of the mirror that differentiates it from other mirrors is that it's a stainless steel base. So it's finely polished stainless steel, both on the surface and then on the edges. And then we actually chrome plate it. And the reason why we do that is for the durability. A doctor can have a mirror for years as long as they take okay care of it, but it's very, very durable, but yet it's still lightweight. So that's one of the features that we designed in the mirror, which we think differentiates it and makes it a little bit better.
Well, that's interesting to know. And, I'm all about buying things that I use in my personal life and my business that are going to last. I don't like to replace things over and over again. And it sounds like that's kind of where you were going. Is that the case?
Yeah, that is accurate. Because if you do have glass mirrors, let's say they scratch, they break, although they may be a little bit less expensive over, a couple of years, a few years, our mirrors still will be there in your office. It effectively will pay for itself because it lasts longer. You're not having to rebuy those glass rhodium mirrors each time they break.
Okay, and the other thing that I look for when I'm evaluating equipment is the company. So if you could, tell me a little bit about Novus, how long you've been around, what your philosophy is, what your mission is, that'd be great. And you're one of the founding partners, is that correct?
Correct. Me and I have another partner. So we're located in Denver, like you mentioned. Started in 2005. We started specifically to design this mirror. So my partner actually worked in a dental office and was responsible for taking digital photos of new patients with the standard flat rhodium mirror. And she would complain about all the challenges that would present. So some of those would be the fact that they were breakable, that they scratched fairly easily, as well as when she took the pictures, her hands were oftentimes in the photo because they were flat. So that's how you have to hold the flat mirror. Oftentimes you'll get your fingers in the photo. So those have to be cropped out, as well as the mirrors themselves. The glass mirrors weren't necessarily sized to capture a full image. So there were a lot of reasons that we decided to take the time and actually design and patent the design. So it's been patented since 2005. So those are the reasons why we started the company. The mission was just basically to provide a much better mirror for the industry, to make it easier for dentists, for surgeons, for their assistants to capture photos very easily, high quality, very clear, bright photos that they could use, both to show the patient as far as cases, what kind of work they need to get done, as well as to send those photos to insurance so that the insurance would understand why they have to pay for the work, because it's a lot clearer than say sending over an x-ray that might not be as obvious what work really needs to be done, whether or not insurance should be liable to pay it.
Yeah, and that's really important stuff. And just so the audience knows, this is the occlusal mirror that you sent, and you were talking about how to hold it. So this is the adult version, and it's hard for me to do this and see it and put it in the right spot, so I apologize. But it's so much easier to hold this with one hand and get the view that you need because I teach doctors to use two hands on the camera, and none of them do, of course. They all have one hand holding the camera and the other messing with the mirror. And when you have this angle, that just makes it so much easier. I've got some of the flat ones too, and they just don't work as well. It's just not as easy to get the job done. And when you've got a patient sitting in a chair and you've got stuff in their mouth and retractors and all that stuff going on, you want it to be a quick, comfortable, easy experience, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And that smaller portion of the mirror that you have is actually a designed handle for that very reason. So if you flip the mirror over, it acts as exactly like that. So the actual reflective surface that you take the photo off of is that top larger part, and it's designed so that it can be done with a single hand, using your other hand to actually take the photo. So you can actually, we call it fish hooking, if you will. There's probably a better way to put it. But you can slide the corner in and actually open up the mouth and not even necessarily need to use retractors. So we've caught a lot of great photos without retractors. Yeah. Or if you want your patients to hold open their mouth with retractors, you can do that as well.
Right, and so let me get a big view of this. So this is what we're talking about. So if you slide the mirror into the mouth, you still have this whole area here to use as a handle. And that is so important because you're always, if you don't have that, you're doing this and you're going to get your fingers in the view. It just makes it a ton easier, and I'm all about ease. Dental photography made easy. That's where I came up with that. Doctors aren't going to do this if it doesn't work quickly and easily, and it's easy on the patient too. So, real good point. So we've kind of talked a little bit about some of the benefits for the doctors and the patients. What else? What have we missed here?
Yeah. So I mentioned how the mirror itself is finely polished, both on the surface, but also the edges. So we want it to be very comfortable, very lightweight, and comfortable for the patient. So if you do, insert it in the mouth, you want it to be comfortable, not sharp. You want it to be lightweight, but yet durable. So those are some features. The benefit to the dentist or to the doctor is that the fact that it is lightweight, it's very quick, and it's very easy to capture that high quality full arch photo. So you don't need to take a photo per quadrant. You can take one per arch. So very quickly capture an upper and a lower, and then have that up on the screen and show it to the patient very quickly. So we recommend for all new patients, capturing a full set of intro digital images before they start any kind of treatment.
Yeah, and I've talked to so many doctors who, when they've implemented this in their practice, have just said, it's so much easier to show the patient the full view of everything that's going on in their mouth. Okay, we've got a cracked tooth here, but look at these other issues that are there too. And this is really the only way to show it to them. And treatment planning and treatment acceptance increases when you're able to do that. So those are great things. Why don't we show a little bit about the range of products that you offer? I'm going to jump over to your website real quick. Okay, so here we are at the Novus Dental Supplies website, and that's novusdental.com is how you can get there. And so you can see they have a full range of mirrors, the occlusal, buccal, and lingual. And they all have that handle built in. Really, really smart. That is so much easier. Is there any place you want me to go on this page here?
The home page pretty much has all the information. We want to make it very easy just to quickly see the products, understand the benefits. There is a fourth mirror that's not displayed there. That's the pedo version. So it's the same dimensions, but just not the same scale as the adult occlusal. So obviously if you're seeing kids or whatnot, those are the four mirrors we designed and patented for those very reasons.
Very good. All right. So I encourage people to go to novusdental.com and check all that out. Now, did you want to talk about some of the specs of the mirrors?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. Okay, so here is the spec sheet that you sent over. Why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, and this is a lot of the things that we covered as far as the factors that differentiate this mirror from a standard flat rhodium mirror. So as we mentioned, the angle creates that handle to keep that, both to make it very easy to hold, but also to keep your hand out of the photo so you don't have to edit the photo later. Again, the polished stainless steel surface as well as the edges, and then chrome plating, which gives you that highly reflective mirror surface, that finish, but it still allows us to make it lightweight and durable. And then the sizing, it's designed around the common adult mouth, quote unquote. And that's what allows you in most all cases to get a full arch image in a single photo, as well as the notches. If you see right there, those are the notches that allow you to kind of hook the mirror in from one side of the mouth into the other. And it opens up the mouth so that you can still have a straight angle to take a full arch, oftentimes without retractors. So I think that's all the features, the design features that differentiate this mirror from some of the flat rhodium mirrors.
Okay, and did I hear correctly that you have a patent on these?
Yeah, we do, since
Well,
2005.
well, that's great. So that means there is uniqueness here found in this product. So that's a cool thing. All right, well, Ryan, where can our audience get these mirrors?
Yeah, so that you can either go to our website at novusdental.com, NOVUSdental.com, or we're also on Amazon as well. You can just look up for Novus Dental, and we have our full set of mirrors there as well. And it's free shipping either directly from our website or from Amazon.
Okay, and where are they manufactured? Where do you?
They're actually all manufactured here in Denver. So it's a three-step process. Yeah.
Very good.
So the cutting, the polishing, the plating, it's all done here in Denver.
So that's wonderful. And by the way, I'll put links to all this stuff in the description for the video as well, so people can get to it easily. Thanks so much for joining us for this interview with Ryan Johnson from Novus Dental Supplies. Ryan, have a great day, and wish you the best of luck.
Well, I appreciate that, Bill. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, thanks.